Good to see you. Appreciate you guys being here to help us talk about this year's class, and I want to thank you for taking the time to cover it. First thing I want to do is introduce our staff. Can't say enough about what the staff has done in the last 6 weeks to put this class together. I had kind of really two recruiting fronts in my mind, or more than that even, you know, from recruiting support of the program, recruiting a staff, putting a staff together, and then recruiting a class here for the class of 2014. So first I'd like to introduce them, and they will be made available to you guys after I get done talking. First, you guys all know Brian Wright, our offensive coordinator, associate head coach, and quarterback coach. Bart Miller, our offensive line coach, who I was with at Wisconsin. Roger Harriet, our running backs coach and assistant head coach, right over here against the wall. Chris Hurd, our tight ends coach and special teams coordinator, right over here. Dan Shula, our wide receivers coach, right here in the back of the room. Jovan DeWitt, our defensive coordinator and linebacker coach. Rock Bellantoni, our co-defensive coordinator, defensive line coach, back here in the red shirt. Corey Bell, co-secondary coach, joined us here from Miami Edison. And then Nick Kelly, our secondary coach, right here in the back corner. Also have Director of Player Personnel and External Relations. You guys all know Jared Allen, former player here, has been on the staff for a long time. Really thrilled. I'll tell you what, he deserves, and you'll see our staff nod their heads, an enormous amount of credit for us even having a chance to put this class together. And Jared, I want to thank you. I can't say enough what a great job you did during this time. Also have some of our graduate assistants here. We got AJ Hop. We also got Graham and Stephen Gage here as well. Are we missing him? Am I missing anyone? I miss anybody? Got Heather Henderson, our Director of Football Operations. Did a great job with us organizing the weekends, helping with travel, all the things it takes for us to be able to do our jobs. And I think that's all. Jesse isn't here? Jesse Rack? Okay, Jesse's upstairs helping us get set up. So, like I said, those guys will be made available for you. Any questions you have for them on the recruiting trail, we encourage you to spend time with them and get to know them. Had a great day today. One of the more smooth NLI days I've ever been a part of. I think about over the years some of the crazy stories I've been a part of on National Letter of Intent Day, and today was about as smooth as it possibly could go. The first letter of intent came in at 7:01 from Joe Gold, so our offensive lineman over on the west side gets that award, followed just by Josh Kendall. So our linemen were on top of it, defensive tackle out of the west side over there as well. We had a focus when we came together. What we wanted to do was two things. We wanted to address needs, and we wanted to focus on the state of Florida, and we feel like we accomplished those things. We have 23 of our 24 signees from today are from the state of Florida, which we're very excited about. 15 of those guys, which again, another focus point for us, is south of the I-4 corridor. So we got what we emphasized, and we're excited about the group that we've signed. Within this group, we've got 2 state champions with Nate Terry out of South Dade and Reggie Bain, offensive lineman out of Miami Central. As you guys know, we have 4 of these guys on campus right now with Reggie Bain, Driscoll, Bobby Mitchell, and Cameron Solomon. And they're adjusting very well to college life. They're doing a good job getting to class, handling their business, developing with the strength and conditioning staff, and we're excited about their progress. If you look at the numbers as you're working your way through there, you'll notice there was a huge emphasis on the front of both sides of the ball. We signed 4 offensive linemen and 5 defensive linemen. Again, that's all part of us addressing needs for the future of our program, and we feel like we accomplished that. We signed a kicker, Landon Shear out of Orlando. When we got here and recognized that we needed a kicker, what we all started to do, myself and Coach Hurd, was call every national known kicking specialist around the country, and his name kept coming to the top. And as we evaluated the top 4 or 5 kickers that were available, he was without a shadow of a doubt the one that we put our focus on, and we got our #1 target with Landon at the kicker position. We have, and this will make sense to you, we feel like we signed 2 running backs with Howell and Rodriguez, plus we also have Henry Bussey out of Hialeah, who could be a slot, super back, a hybrid type of guy right there. We also signed 2 wide receivers with the 2 guys that are on campus, and again, I put Bussey in that quarter category as one of our slots. We signed 4 DBs, again, attacking needs. We're excited about those additions to the program. And the other thing to understand is there will be additions to the class in the coming weeks. Some of them that happen today that by rule we're not allowed to talk about because of paperwork reasons. There's also, through the walk-on program, there's also potential transfers with a transfer or 2 joining the program here in the near future. But the high school coaches, their support, their reception has been amazing throughout this process. They welcomed our guys. They're excited about the direction of the program.